Hi, I'm Sam, and this is the 13 Days of Horror. This would be day 11. Yes. 13, 12, 11. Yep, this is day 11 of the 13 Days of Horror, and the movie I'm doing this day is The Wolfman, 1941. The original The Wolfman. Pretty interesting background for this movie. Although I didn't write it down, I guess I had to go about it by memory. The monsters were doing well, Frankenstein, Dracula, they were doing pretty well, and those actors were not American actors. They were either European, they were European in some fashion. And it was World War II, and Universal was like, hey, we need to make an American monster, right? And so that mixed with a lot of other things birthed the Wolfman. Upon his return to his father's estate, aristocrat Lawrence Talbot, meets a beautiful woman, attends a mystical carnival, and uncovers a horrifying curse. I think that doesn't really do justice because I skipped a little bit of detail in the movie itself. Like he meets a beautiful woman. How did he meet her? He attends a mystical carnival. Why does he attend it? And he uncovers a horrifying curse. Kinda. It's not like he just opened a box. Well, in a sense, he opened a box, but not really. Lon Chaney Jr. plays Lawrence Talbot, the Wolfman. Claude Rains plays Sir John Talbot, his father. Evelyn Ankers plays Gwen Conleaf, who's the beautiful woman he sees, that Lawrence Talbot sees, Larry Talbot sees. And the movie is directed by George Waggner. So yeah, the horrifying curse he finds, right? Yeah, he gets bit by a werewolf. Really? Yeah, and then he becomes one. What? Plot twist. No, the reason I'm going about that is because one of the earlier script ideas for this movie was that it was going to be a psychological movie where Lawrence Talbot gets bitten by like a dog or whatever, and he starts things start happening, but you don't see him killing people. You just see that, hey, this person died and that person died, and how the attacks are happening are as though it's like an animal, right? But actually, the original storyline was that he was just crazy. I like the supernatural twist though to it that they ended up going instead, because of the whole hey, you're a monster and now you're cursed and there's nothing really you can do about it, unfortunately. I gotta say, the Wolfman ending is one of my favorite endings ever because of everything that comes together. What happens, the music, just the look of it, the feel of it. It's amazing. I don't know what other words to put it in. It's every now and again on YouTube. On YouTube there's this video, or I guess these videos, it's like the soundtrack or whatever to the movie. It's not the verbatim soundtrack, but very similar to the soundtrack. It's like different pieces from the movie and they made a soundtrack out of it or whatever. Every now and again I go and listen to the ending music because it's just, that music is just so great. And then when you watch the scene itself, it just fits perfect and it's just great. It's really, you love to see it. Is this a movie you should watch? Yes. All of these movies are movies you should watch, but I'm going to just say that every single time. Is this a movie you should watch? Yes. Why? Just because I said so. You should trust me. I technically have it, but it's like a, oh, look, it's a pack. So you have other movies too. So there's this one. I bought this at Walmart. Yeah, it's pretty cool of me too, right? But hey, I have that. Every now and again I steal this from Dad because the menu looks so much better. This is probably the version you would want to try to find. Unless you want to try to find the Wolfman collection. There's the Dracula Legacy Collection and Frankenstein Legacy Collection. I guess the only problem though is that the Wolfman only really has one movie to himself. And then every other movie the Wolfman has, it's, like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman or House of Frankenstein, whatever, right? it's a collaboration onward. But I'd say the one cool thing about the Wolfman is that out of all the monsters, only one actor's played the Wolfman, or at least the character of the Wolfman anyway, and that's Lon Chaney. That's the one thing that's like really cool, I think, about it, because multiple people played Dracula, multiple people played Frankenstein. It's funny, Lon Chaney actually played Frankenstein and Dracula at least once. He could have done the Mummy. It's funny at this point, but anyway. I'm Sam. I did the Wolfman for day 11. Day 11 of my 13 Days of Horror, and you should watch it sometime, or just have it on the background. The music's really great too, and you get to listen to it. It's like a radio. You're listening to something on the radio or a podcast, right? Or, you know, falling asleep to an audiobook. To a degree, that's kind of similar. It feels similar anyway. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye!